Yeah, I think I'm gonna start to do this for myself. I think I'm gonna start to be more, you know, this type of character, this kind of, bold, honest kind of character that, just owns what I'm doing instead of trying to hide behind, excuses. I think I'm just gonna own like what I like and what I don't like, and I'm just gonna own it, and not really care. I mean, I think that's just where I'm transitioning into, because it's like you got one life, right? So I mean, you might as well just own what you like and don't like. I mean, what's the point on hiding that, right? So I'm just making a decision that, like, I think I should just begin to embody the traits of just, my own individuality and choices. That's just the conclusion I'm coming to. Like, I'm going to stop caring about the external factors that, react to my choices of traits that actually relate and revolve around just who I naturally am as a person. I'm just going to be me, I guess, instead of being who I think others want me to be. Because obviously, I don't need to keep being hyper vigilant for the rest of my life, right? So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, so you're going to be like me now. You're going to do what I do. You're going to be like me now. Okay. All right. So you getting it from me. You got that from me. You know that, right? You're doing exactly what I do. You got that from me. So now you're going to be like me. I'm your role model, right? I'm somebody you look up to, right? Clearly, because you're starting to embody and act like me. Obviously, since you're making a decision to, embody these traits, this must be you deciding to be just like me, right? I mean, obviously. See, I'm so proud of you for becoming like me. See, I knew I was doing something right. I'm glad you saw a different way by doing it my way. Good job. What are you doing? And why are you talking like that? What? I'm just making sure that I'm establishing and making it very clear that what you're doing and where it came from was from me. That's what I'm doing. I mean, obviously, you're trying to become like me. You're trying to be just like me. Obviously, I hold the same traits, so you must be trying to be like me. Obviously. So I'm just saying it out loud. I'm saying what I see. Look, what you're doing sounds innocent, but you have no idea how much what you're doing is actually a covert attempt that looks innocent to you. But it's a covert attempt to actually erode someone's identity every time they make a decision about how they want to embody their character for themselves. And decide to make peace with the fact that this is just a part of who they are. You trying to take credit for my decision for how I want to show up and just exist, and then redecorate it as me deciding to be like you, is you indirectly eroding my choice of identity. While it looks innocent externally, and while it seems like a praising moment, it's a manipulative way to erode a person from their own personal independence of choosing how they want to show up and identify themselves characteristically. And it creates codependency indirectly on a subconscious level, where they then begin to seek praise for you to then confirm their choice of identity trait, because you're not giving them the space to breathe and see that this is still their choice. And that is what you're trying to do with these comments you're making towards me. And I'm gonna need you to back up and stop. You are your own person just like me. This is not going to get you very far with me, approaching me like this. My character traits are my own responsibility. And so is my independence with what I'm choosing to act on with them and embody with them. That has nothing to do with you. I don't care who you are. And I don't care who you are to me. That is the truth. Stop trying to erode my identity, even if it seems innocent to you. Can a person just praise another person for the fact that they can identify that there are common traits that they're choosing to embody that I also hold myself? Can't I do that? I mean, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to erode your identity. All I said was, I can see that you're trying to be like me. I mean, that's all I said. I mean, it is a very innocent statement. I think it's something to praise. I mean, I think I'm a pretty cool person, so I'm just saying that I see you trying to be like me and trying to embody my character traits like me. I'm not trying to erode your identity by trying to repeat that same statement to you. I'm just trying to tell you that you're going to embody my identity. That's all. That's not harmful. I just care about you, that's all. I'm going to make this very clear to you. Embodiment of a character trait comes from within each person. It comes from a soul level. If a person is embodying a trait from an external perception, from an external experience, from an external person, it's inauthentic because they're choosing to embody a trait to appease the perception of someone they want praise from. It's inauthentic to them on a soul level if it's not coming from an internal soul level of consciousness. Do you get my drift? Like it's like you're graying the lines and redecorating it with praise, redecorating it with caring for another person, redecorating it as you feel good about yourself because you feel someone's going to now begin to act just like you, which makes you feel some sort of relevance, when in fact it's actually an indirect approach, whether you're aware of it or not, where it's actually breaking down the independence of a person from listening and having full confidence in listening to their actual essence within themselves about what they feel they are drawn to embodying that actually has nothing to do with anyone external of them. Even if you share the same traits, it's never meant to come from someone outside of them. AKA, my traits don't come from you. They come from me. Period. What you're describing and talking about is how we share the same characteristics. These are two very different things that you're trying to relabel as I'm trying to be like you characteristically. They are two very different things. We are two beings sharing an experience together. We're not meant to be two beings copying one another characteristically, especially if the characteristics don't align on a soul level in essence. Okay? But if I'm choosing to embody a character trait that happens to align with a trait you already hold within yourself, it's called sharing characteristics that we have in common, not somebody trying to copy a trait and embody it as their own, because then that's inauthentic to them, just because it's from someone external of them that they see. There is a huge difference. Stop graying the lines. Additionally, admiration for a character trait that someone is observing external of them is a soul trigger, okay? Admiration for a character trait someone is observing external of them is a soul trigger, where a person is actually meant to sit with why they admire that trait so much, to understand how that trait is connected to what's triggering within them that's causing them to need to reflect on what traits they are feeling called for themselves to embody, because what they've observed external of them from the character of someone they've observed and are admiring, they're now being redirected, or no, actually given the opportunity to be redirected back to looking at themselves, to seeing what traits are being activated within them, okay, from what they've been exposed to, that they are now feeling internally to be drawn to now embodying on a soul level, okay, essence wise. Because when we encounter new people, okay, character traits from others will trigger new traits within us that we will feel is time for us to begin embodying. It's called the evolutionary soul process, okay? Where you start to tap into more of your soul essence the more you rise in age, the more you rise in experiences. You get my drift. This is the same process. But when folks approach things this way, like you're doing with me, you're on low key, whether you're aware of it or not, regardless how innocent you think it is, you're actually attacking my independence to embody my own soul character, where you're trying to literally erode my identity by claiming it as your own just because you want to approach it through seeing things this way and gray the lines. You need to make a boundary with yourself and check yourself. Okay? Stop interrupting my evolutionary process by trying to make yourself relevant when I am choosing to choose character traits that I'm drawn to embodying. It has nothing to do with you when I make those decisions. That independence belongs to me. You're going to need to figure out why you keep doing this. Because